Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Hello, everyone. I was working on the mother of all thumbnails and I just couldn't stop. I'm sorry. You know how sometimes I get that little creative thing going on and I just can't help myself. I mean, when you see the results of it, you'll be like, okay, yeah, totally worth it. So let me test that by sharing it with you. Okay, here it comes. Incoming. Let me see. Um, all right. Okay, good call or not? And I have to say it again. I have never used any thumbnail software. I just kind of lift, cut, paste this, that, add some, let me see. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Okay, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you from the amen section. Thank you, Sonia Diana. Um, I've I thought it was just perfect. I know that's right. No bad energy. No bad energy. Okay, so then good call. Thank you so much, everybody. Um, this is going to be one of my favorites, I'm sure. This is going to be one of my favorites. This is going to go down in Connie Balmer. Hi, Connie Balmer. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Let me see. What's that? Nellie tried to curtsy and remained on the floor. uh, Church Nellie has that still in the backyard where she makes her rheumatism medicine. Is it any wonder she goes down for a curtsy and it almost takes a crew of emergency service workers to get her back up? That is some very powerful elixir that she makes. Hello, Karen, Marcia Ware, Elaine Parker. Hello, Verda Sanchez, uh, Church Nelly. Look at me. I'm talking all that stuff about Church Nelly. And Church Nelly is giving me a little compliment here or there. So, all right, Church Nelly, I take it all back. Anna Espinoza, Marcella Alexander, hello. Joan Garcia. Hi, Joan Garcia. Joan Garcia, what are you saying here? It is, oh, you know what? Let me make this a little bigger so I can see what's going on. Okay. All right. And oh, let me open up another screen. That's what I need to do. All right. I knew it was something I needed to do. I need to open up another screen so I can see what you're seeing from your point of view. Oh, the point of view. Isn't that what oh, let's see, what's her name? Barbara Walters said, I've always wanted to start a walk show for women of different wages and backgrounds. Okay, let me stop. I'm always doing my imitations. I got to stop. I got work to do. So I can't sit here and do my Barbara Walters right now. That's why my neighbors never knock on my door. There's too many voices coming out of my house. Let me see here. Oh, okay, focus. I need to open up another screen. There it is. Got it. All right. So let me see here. Oh, a little echo. Okay. All right, there it is. Perfect. I got another screen going so I can see what you guys are seeing. Perfect. Perfection. Uh, you know what, guys? I think it's time for us to get another stimmy, ain't it? Those stimulus checks were fun. I thought there was supposed to be another one, but you know what? Sometimes when you open up those things on the computer, on the interweb, they're fakes. All right. Thank you so much, you guys, for your patience. I got another screen going here. And what is that I just noticed out the corner of my eye? There is a super chat. Uh-oh, Baron. There's a poem to Meghan from the British lady that is going viral. Could you please find it and play it here? It's both heartwarming and heart-wrenching. As a matter of fact, I was working on that um, because I did hear it and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. Now, I wanted to make a video out of it using some of the graphics that were seen on, you know, but maybe that's not possible. But let me see what I can do because I am aware of it and I thought it was beautiful. And I thought it was something that really deserved to be set to a nice backdrop of some photos and maybe a little music. But yeah, we could do it the other way. The sound quality may not be absolutely amazing, and you know how I am a stickler for details, but let me see here. Huh, okay. So we have that one. Okay. Um, uh-oh, let me take that away. Ooh, don't need that right now. Okay. All right, very good, Black Queen. You are not only so fair, but you are also so wise. So let me see what I can do with that. I am all over it like a cheap suit, which is just about every suit I've ever owned. Okay. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. All right, let me work on that and we will make that happen. And I can improvise. Trust me, I can. All right. So thank you so much for the super chat, Black Queen. Thank you. We will do that. We shall do that. All right. So let me scroll here. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex and for being a member. And also to you, very wise Black Queen, thank you so much for the super sticker and being a super chat, that is, and being a member of Royal Sussex. Now, something very big is going to happen very soon, I think. Um, I'll let Lydia tell you about it because Lydia has been keeping up with this. She was the first to call it yesterday. So, Lydia, if you don't mind sharing that with everyone, because it sounds better coming from you. It's at least it has more enthusiasm, more integrity. Oh man. Okay, so yesterday, this is the result of the Sussex squad. Yesterday, people made a couple of improvised magazine covers, which I thought were absolutely amazing. Like the one on the left side, iconic, and the one on the right side, time. This is an iconic time for the Duchess of Sussex. So you put them together, and it tells you exactly where we are in history. Are at a very iconic time for our Duchess. And I'm telling you, that very, very clean line, simplistic, but yet elegant and layered look is going to go down in fashion history for being the moment. Meghan is the moment. And I got that from Anita of my Duke and I. Anita said that one day when I was watching one of her videos, and I'm like, yes, Meghan is the moment. Meghan is the moment. And you take a look there. Um, I thought that was quite apropos. I have to just say that. I thought it was very appropriate to say that Meghan is the moment. So thank you, Anita, from my Duke and I, because you have given me a gift that just keeps giving. I don't know how else to describe it. Meghan is the moment. I say it over and over again. Meghan is the moment. So thank you, Anita. Um, Let me go to the next one. And this one. So I stretched it out. I stretched it out because having that very elegant feminine form on that very broad background like that. So, you could really see the image just jump out at you. It's even more epic like that, I think. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just my opinion, but I think it's just that much more epic like that. So um yeah, I like it better like that. Very, very, very I just think it's grand. I think it is absolutely grand. So just wanted to share that with you. And I tell you, it excites me. It excites me knowing that that gesture by itself, I don't want to use the language it won the day. I don't want to say it won the day, but it truly um it just said so much without words. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is that she said so much without one single word uttered. And that to me is the mark of true elegance, being able to say so much and saying absolutely nothing at all. That kind of like I'm doing right now, saying so much and say, but I'm in awe of it. I'm in awe of this moment, and it is a major, not only fashion moment, but it's just a major Sussex moment. It's a major Duchess of Sussex moment, a major Meghan moment. That's what it is, because every time you look at it, it is just so full. That's the way I'm going to say that it leaves you very full. It checks so many boxes in that moment. We all know the cape. The cape is like a hallmark look for the Duchess of Sussex. And there were some people who said, "Oh, she's going to probably wear a cape. Whatever happens, she's probably going to wear the cape." So, and she did, and she did. Okay, let me try this. Let me try this. For Black Queen, I'm trying this. I'm actually stalling for Black Queen right now. I had made up a little something, and I am just going to risk everything in this moment for Black Queen. Let me try it anyway and see what happens. Let me try it anyway and see what happens. Okay, so while that's brewing, thank you so much, Geo Woodcock, for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Pray for me, Geo, because Black Queen has kind of put me on the spot here. Um, so, Lydia, did you tell them yet or no? Or are you still trying to figure it out? Let me see. Lydia says, Anna, we will pray she leaves Meghan alone and lives her best life. not discussing our Duchess. Oh my goodness, who is that? Did something come up about is there like some kind of disloyalty or something? I'm sorry, I need to be looking at these comments as I'm doing other things here. All right, let me uh, finish this, and then I need to get over to the comments because I'd like to see what's happening over there. All right, so that's not it. Okay, Black Queen, for you. I'm putting all of this on you. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Come on now. Make this happen. I see you. Okay. I know the kind of strength it takes to get up. All right. All right. I'm almost there, Black Queen. Uh, hmm. Get that out the way. Get that out the way. All right. I found it. Everything is cool, and this is so going to work out. So let it be written. So let it be done. All right. So without any further ado, um, in two, one, and I know the kind of strength it takes to get up, and the extraordinary courage it takes to show up again and again. I know the weathering and the toll this takes on body, mind, and soul. I know the anti blackness dressed up as critique or feedback. I see you. I know only too well the type of corrosive racism hidden under the guise of condescending looks and dysfunctional British pleasantries. We know the envy at your societal advancement is the tacit agreement by some that you're too big for your boots. We know the difference between being disliked and being dehumanized. We too experience the mean girl, infantile yet abusive denigration. We see you. I see the disproportionate moral outrage at your every move. I know the powerful pull to shrink, to fight back, or to allow to maintain equilibrium whilst remaining rooted in integrity. I see you. We know the pain of being hated. We know the exhaustion from anticipating and blocking every attack. We know the unfairness of the double standards and the disproportionate scrutiny. We know that the reflective urge they have to police and correct us and to put us back in our metaphorical place is not random. It is designed. We know the ugly vilification you've experienced is because of your blackness, because of the historical and continued dehumanization of black women is no. It was and still is a form of prolonged social control. Resist. I see your courage. I see your boundaries. I see your vulnerabilities. But my God, do I see your grace because I know grace. I know all that it takes of us not to turn others' baseless hate into poison and retaliate. White supremacy is rooted in lack of empathy. The only way white supremacy functions is by disconnecting us from our humanity. We resist by reclaiming ours, because if we won't, who will? So you continue to cry. Continue to display tenderness by holding your husband's hand. Relish in those moments of joy. Hold those firm boundaries. Reclaim your anger. Enjoy the never let me go hugs and never ending belly laughs. Live in your full humanity and do what black women have always done. Thrive in spite of. Okay, so that was something I was working on yesterday, but since Black Queen brought it up, I decided to do it a little early. Um, the track wasn't long enough with the music, but anyway, you get it. So I wasn't sure that I could actually use the actual poems, so I started to record it myself, and I'm still not sure. So when I say the actual poem, this is, let me show you here. Um, Nova Redo. No, I'm sorry, Nova Reed. Nova Reed official. All right, Nova Reed is on the, oh, not that one. Anyway, her, oh, I don't have a larger photo of her. But I was gonna mention it and probably work something out with it later. But that is her name, Nova Reed, and you can just barely see her photo up there in the upper corner from that profile picture. But yeah, she wrote that, I think. And this is the actual words. As I said, I was kind of still working on it, so you can see it's very small there, but I made it larger so I could actually see it. But yes, that is it. So for you, Black Queen, little rough, but I I'm gonna work on it. Oh, thank you, Puzzle Dot. I'm my own worst critic, though. I need to work on it. But yeah, I'll do something with it. But it was a great poem, a great, great poem. So, and we'll do it again later at the end of the thing. So I see that Duchess of Sussex is so Duchess of Success is coming up later. So I got a lot to get through, and I am going to start moving so I can make way because Duchess of Success was not on yesterday, and anyway, she wasn't feeling so well. So I am not going to creep over if I can help it. So let me scroll back here. Yes. All right. We are good. We are good. Thank you so much for your patience, everybody. I'm glad to share it with you. And I'm going to work on it and probably post it as a separate video at this point. So yes. And um, Lydia Washington was absolutely right. I think that Royal Sussex is just a handful of subscribers away from 22,000. Where in the world are these people coming from? Where are they coming from? I mean, did somebody leak information that I was going to do this live stream nude or something? Where are these people coming from? Who has started these rumors that I might actually do the Royal Sussex in my birthday suit? Um, you guys, you have to stop doing that. Only the royal family brief against the people they love. And because you guys love me, I want you to stop briefing against me to the press. I know the calls are coming from inside of the Royal Sussex, but you guys have to. That's right. That's right. My exotic dancer named Chocolate Thunder. You guys have to stop briefing like that. What are you guys, the royal family? Oh man. So anyway, let me get going here because oh yeah, 21,990, just 10 subscribers away from 22,000. Is that crazy or what? Is that crazy or what? Did somebody roofie me? Did somebody roofie me? No, 9 subscribers away from 22,000. I mean, it must somebody has been messing with my coffee. Someone has been messing with my coffee. Anyway, let's get going, you guys. I got some work to do here. So, am I on the right slide? Yeah. On Monday, Prince Andrew will join Prince Charles and William, blah, 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 blah. But that ain't what I wanted to show you. Take a look on the left side. In what, 70 years? In about 65, 67 years, please tell me, please tell me that this is, but I promise you, it is hauntingly um identical. It really is the same facial expression. I hope that these kids do not go through whatever those two have gone through. As much as I am so annoyed with their behavior, especially the old guy on the left, I have to say that I believe that a lot of what has happened is because the institution itself is so flawed. And so we have been concerned, you know, you guys, I know we are have our feelings, but we have been concerned about children because we're concerned about all children. And we're concerned about those children because children are truly innocent. But gosh, I hate to think that if you fast forward like 60, 70 years from now, that that will be what they're doing. Hopefully, the institution will modernize to a point where they can actually have choices of their own. Let's see here. Educate 2, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Leslie Ann Hector says, do you think that Charles is working on a way to uh, strip Prince Harry of his title and to not give his grandkids anything? Harry is always going to be Prince Harry, no matter what. Whatever Charles does, Harry will always be Prince Harry. I don't believe that a royal patent would be enough to take that away without the parliament getting involved. And I think even he has certain limitations to what he's capable of. Although it isn't impossible, I'm never going to say it's impossible, but even he has certain limitations. Thank you so much for your comment, though. Charlotte is more suited to be the leader, so yes, it looks correct in 60 years. Lydia, yeah, thank you so much for that. I just hope that sensibilities will change within the 60 years from now when they are, you know, brother and sister, and the institution, has evolved to the point because I'm not interested in getting rid of the royal family. I'm only interested in the uh, hatred that they've used against the Duchess of Sussex, this vast aristocratic conspiracy to destroy the Sussexes is my only concern. I really don't care what those people do. I don't care how much they cost. That's their thing. The people over there seem to have a liking for them, and that's fine with me. Just leave Harry and Meghan alone. That's all I want is for them to leave them alone, and I don't care what they do to each other, but just leave them out of it. Big Mama said, "What liar said that Megan wanted to sit down with sausage fingers? Are they crazy? Megan was there to support Harry. End of story." Big Mama, truer words have never been spoken. You are absolutely right. There, that whole thing about she wanted to talk to him and she wrote him a letter and all that kind of stuff. All of them were in Windsor Great Park, or within Windsor Castle, whatever. I think a lot of them spent the night at the castle after the burial. So if there was something that needed to be said, she could have easily have addressed it at that point. You know, as for writing a letter, no. Sending a footman with a card saying, "Can we talk?" Possibly, but I still don't think that happened. She was there to support Harry. She put her own mental health at risk to support Harry. And as Big Mama say in the story, thank you, Big Mama. You always know how to put it. Hello, cookies and cream. Susie Q. All right, let me go to the next one here. 73-year-old man finally gets a job. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. All that trouble that he's gone through, and this is the result of it. That's still an aging relic of the mid century birth of this guy. And when you get right down to it, for all of that bravado, for all of that pomp and circumstance, it's really just going to come down to exactly what you see there. That is going to be just another cranky old man that's up making frequent trips to the toilet and reading his paper and fussing over whoever handed him an exploding pen. That's it. It doesn't get any better than that. This is what's going to happen. But of course, there are shadows. There are so many shadows over his reign. Like, for instance, let's just go all the way back with his connection, his friendship with the person that you see there smoking a cigar. I know, a little prettier than the one he's with now, but that person who I'd rather not say their name, but that's a good place to start. And then, of course, and I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this. What's in my bags? Don't worry, is for charity. Ha ha ha. Well, this is what was happening. And isn't it amazing that all of this is suddenly forgotten? You guys, what I was thinking about is just that now that he's king, he is above the law. And yeah, I know nobody's above the law. That's in America. Over there, the sovereign cannot be called upon a witness stand. The sovereign, um, let me put it to you like this: the king's court. You cannot go after him now because everything is in his name. The only way that there would be any type of I guess uh, uh, legal thing over his head is if you went through, like, I guess the Hague or the European Union or something like that, or and that's not going to happen. There's just no interest in it, and it doesn't really affect the European Union or anything like that. The only people that are affected by this is the his subjects in the UK, and I just don't think they care enough at this point because there's this huge surge of British pride, British exceptionalism is in the air. And so those monarchists or even people who just love their country, which they should, you should love your country. You should always take pride of place wherever you come from. And so that is going to overshadow anything that has happened in the past. So, you know what? Um, I always say your home is your home, and you should always be proud of wherever you come from. And so that doesn't alarm me at all. But the fact that this suddenly makes stuff like this go away, and the conversations will not be had any longer because of the tabloids. The only way that something like this affects him is if there is someone out there, I guess, pining for their chance to take the throne. Maybe, just maybe, there are some elements out there who may want to try to, get the conversation going again. I'll just leave it at that, to get that conversation going again. But other than that, he's king now. So he is above the law. And that's that. So um that guy in the pinstripe suit, the one that kind of looks like some old um um organized crime boss or whatever. I said looks like an organized crime boss for the lawyers that are listening. Michael Fawcett. Michael Fawcett has a long history of being somewhat of a henchman for Prince Charles, enough that it caused the Queen great alarm. So it was said that the Queen was the one who said that he has to go. And it's not the first time he had to go. Now, this is the same Michael Fawcett who allegedly referred to the biracial secretary as the N word secretary, someone who used his influence to freeze her out of any type of socializing with the rest of the people on staff with Charles. Um, Not the nicest guy in the world by all accounts. Michael Fawcett has been employed by the royal family since he was 19 years old. He has no discernible skills other than the fact that he'll do whatever needs to be done. Isn't that ominous? But he will do whatever needs to be done. And so Charles has been able to rely upon him. Now, of course, if you look at the photo on the upper left side, it appears as though he is so close to Charles that he is literally using his body to shield him from the wind. Now, some people say that there may be more to that, maybe not, but of course, there has been those rumors over the years. Plus, Michael Fawcett had been accused by someone, a male staff member, of taking certain liberties that have never been substantiated and have been denied, of course, and has never seen a courtroom. So, as far as we know, officially, it has never been confirmed that anything out of sorts has happened. But again, that has just been another one of those recurring rumors. And it was even said that that person was paid off by someone to go away only for him to recant his story. And that was the problem, is that the story was there, and then he recanted the story, then the story came back, and then somehow he ended up deceased. So that is one of those many mysteries. And then, of course, Charles Aid to Saudi donors will help you get knighthoods. That was in the Daily Mail. I mean, I was just going back through some of my receipts, which there are an abundance of them. I was going back through my look at somebody got the opera coat and a bag of money. Most people just grab like a purse. This one here grabs. Have you seen that shopping bag? Joyce boasts, I have no doubt that he is still employed in some way or the other. Just like Jason Knopf, he never really goes away. Joyce Post says Michael Fawcett is probably still working for Charles from behind the scene. He knows where all the bodies are buried, allegedly. Still like Jason. Oh, you said the same thing, just like Jason Knopf. Joyce Post, isn't it breathtaking how we always seem to be in alignment? Don't you love that? I do. Um, Let me see. Okay, all right, let me go to this one. Charles A. told Saudi donor will help you. Oh, did I do that one twice? And then over here, Charles facing police quiz over cash for honors. Correction, was facing police quiz over cash for honors. He was facing that, but not any longer. Um, well, and then you guys take a look over in the right corner there. See on the bottom right corner. No wonder Charles. I'm sorry. No wonder Queen's feeling the strain as she says, "I can hardly move." Huh. Was that something to do with? Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Okay. Okay, because I have plenty to say about that. Okay, so take a look there on the left. Charles accepted 1 million pounds from family of Osama bin Laden. Charles accepted 1 million cash in suitcase from Sheik. Remember all these headlines? It was as though how do I put it? It was as though somebody was briefing against him. All of this stuff is very old, but somebody with a lot to gain was briefing against him. I don't know. Oh, my finger keep hitting these buttons randomly. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I randomly hit that button that shows the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Oh my goodness, how careless can I be? Anyway, these photos that I'm showing have nothing to do with what I'm saying because I keep my finger stuck, My finger gets stuck on the touchpad. So it don't have anything to do with anything. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So somebody was briefing against Charles. Who knows where these voices were coming from? Um but yeah, they really need to just go ahead and you know throw a hail mary and say that's the end of it because he's king now and nothing is going to happen. It's done. Case closed. Seriously, case closed. Case full of money closed. But before that, look at this. This was September 2021. Prince Charles closet I'm sorry, closest closet. That was a Freudian slip. Prince Charles's closest aide, Michael Fawcett, is spotted outside his London home as he breaks cover after being forced to resign for offering Saudi donors help securing knighthood and British citizenship. Right? And then there he is. Charles can't hide behind aides. His fingerprints, and they are very large fingerprints, are all over this mess and shaking hands with a Prince pinstripe fixer. Oh, I just said pinstripe suit. A pinstripe fixer, Michael Wayne Parker. Very. Oh, there's another one in the pinstripe suit. How many of these appearing to be, but not necessarily mafia type of people does he know? Did I couch that properly? Um, Farewell again to the one man Charles says he can't do without. Now, that is from Carolyn Graham. Carolyn drinking the Kool Aid Graham. If you guys remember, Carolyn Graham is the guy who, I'm not the guy, but the woman who was running back and forth to, Mexico to spend time with, oh, what's his name? Oh, Thomas Markle, right? She's the one who was taking photos with him and such. Anyway, that Carolyn Graham, even she was in on the feeding frenzy. As Michael Fawcett's last night temporarily stepped down as CEO of the Prince's Foundation, many will wonder if Charles' right hand man can dodge the bullet again. Well, his boss, now mind you, again, Michael Fawcett has no discernible skills whatsoever, except he's able to wear a double breasted suit, just like Charles, and he does what he is told by Charles, I suppose, unless one believes that Charles is being told what to do by him. Who knows? But there's a lot of skeletons. There's a lot of hidden things going on. And you could even see Charles running through the halls of Highgrove House or Buckingham Palace with Tom Bowers' book in hand, trying to figure out some kind of way to, I guess, distract from what he had been doing. Uh, Mama Bub, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy um, what day is this? Oh, it's Hump Day. Happy Wednesday to you. Is it Prince Spaghetti Day? I think it is Prince Spaghetti Day. Oh Lord, I'm out of Prince Spaghetti. But anyway, thank you so much, and thank you for being a member, and thank you ever so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. And then, of course, let's just picture it like this. When he's not looking at Tom Bauer's book, he's probably laying in his jacuzzi with his model boats, looking at the bench. But yeah, that was just something I thought about today. Was how many problems have been solved because of what's happened in the past couple weeks. Now, there she is, that Disney villain. Someone on the Twitter decided to couple these photos together because I am starting to get that vibe. I am starting to get that vibe. It's as though Meghan was beautiful Snow White entering the realm only for someone who thought she was the most beautiful of them all to get caught up in her feelings and decide that she needs this magic potion to get rid of her. It is very Disney-like, and I'm that's what all I can say about it. It does seem very Disney-esque. And then over here, I have been telling you guys, and I've been telling you guys, but you all are like, no, that's not true. She's not going to be called the Queen Mother. Well, look at what came out yesterday. Carol and Mike placed in royal family, how the Middletons have become the core part of the royal life for Prince and Princess of Wales after attending both Queen's state funeral and committal service. Look at Carol. She just grinning, smiling and grinning and trying to figure out which one of those big houses that they're going to give her, or you know what I'm saying? I've been telling you all this. The Middletons are about to come up. Now, we've already removed one piece off the chessboard. All we need is one more, and they are going to really, really show their true color. Oh, oops, I hit the wrong thing. Yeah, she is really going to show her true colors. So, you guys, I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time. What? What? Oh, thank you, Carol Purdue, and thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Now let me take a look and see what you're talking about here. Oh my goodness, 2219. When did that happen? Oh my god, it is 22,019 subscribers. Oh wow, what an extraordinary week this has been. Are you guys do you guys love when I use my very posh mid-Atlantic English accent? What an extraordinary what what an extraordinary what an extraordinary 2 weeks this has been. Okay, so I just did a couple of screenshots. I will share that in just a moment. Wow. I mean, literally, while I'm sitting here, I'm just looking at the number turning. That is crazy. Oh, well, back to work. Got work to do. Um, and by the way, Carol Purdue, thank you so much. You are so nice to point that out. I love it. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. All right, you guys. hum, hum. Okay, Charles is stacking his corner. Next, he will show he is not a racist when he hires Medea to for his new bodyguard and driver. Yeah, she's gonna ride him down the what do you call that? The Great Windsor Park. She's gonna ride him around Great Windsor Park in that big Cadillac. Wait for the new pictures. Are you giving me a hint, Sylvia Fielder? Are you telling me that I need to do my editing skills again? Oh my God, that would be so funny. That would be so funny. Okay. Thank you so much for your comment. Let me see here. King Charles III might escape the laws of man, but he cannot escape the laws of nature, and surely cannot escape the God of creation, who will summon King Charles III into his courtroom where justice can't be bought. Come on, Cynthia Ashton. You better preach. Preach. Okay? You might run those little servants around. You might have Michael Fawcett to watch it back or whatever, but you ain't gonna outrun the creator. Thank you, Cynthia Ashton. I love it. Perfect. Let me see here. And there's a super chat from Mama Bub. One of my teenagers changed my name to what they call me. It's Maricata, by the way. Oh, okay. Okay. I was wondering about that. Well, thank you. I'm glad you let me know that. Now, because I'm a baby boomer, I hope I remember. I hope I remember, me who goes in the kitchen to go get something and can't remember what it was, or go downstairs and get in the car and start it up, and only to try to remember what it was that I was supposed to do. I love when I'm halfway down the street and I'm like, where was I going? Oh, but thank you so much for that. And let me see. My teenagers, to what they call me is Maricata, by the way. So Mama Bub, Mama Bub, I thought that was kind of cute though, Mama Bub, Mama Bub. Oh man, well, I think it's fun though. But I wonder, is that like just the nickname they give you, or is that just like your online name? Either way, I think it's really cute. Thank you so much for sharing that, and thank you so much for being a member and for the super sticker. Okay, now let me get over here. Look at that. Oh, Carol. Carol, you done worked hard, girl. It is paying off now. Look at there. All that hard work, all that scheming and conniving and changing the schools and all that kind of stuff, it is finally paying off. No more British Airways air hostess for you. Um, I tell you, she's a tough cookie. Respect, respect. She's a tough cookie. Nash Singby, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Wednesday to you. All right. Okay, so, and then there's the close up, like mother, like daughter, like mother, like daughter. By the way, the mom's on the right side, you guys. No, 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 for real. Mom's on the right. No, seriously. Mom is on the right. Okay, so that was that. Now over here. So, you guys, the sound quality is not the best, but just in case you missed it, you guys in the UK and South Africa and so on and so forth, you may not be able to watch it there. I'm not sure, but this is an NBC network, NBC show rather, Hoda and Jenna. And anyway, Tyler Perry was on there, so I can play a little sample of it for you, but not the whole thing. But oh my goodness, I got to remember to put the link for it. But he said some very nice things about our Duchess, and we are always, always glad for that, and we're always glad for Tyler Perry taking an interest in the Sussexes because his intervention was life changing, and some would even say life saving. So, oh man, I tell you, Tyler Perry, you cannot. Let me see. Oh, what is that? My American friends tell me that the U.S. obsession with England's fairy tale royalty has cooled considerably for two reasons. Number one, Andrew and how he has been protected, and number two, Meghan and how she has been treated. Wow, that is something that someone tweeted here. It's someone I don't follow. Let me see. I do now, though. Anyway, one of my dear angels in my inbox, thank you so much for sending that to me. Wow, didn't I need to hear that right now? And it really confirms a lot of what. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal J. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks. Thank you so much for that. I just saw that out the corner of my eye, but thank you. I really appreciate it. And thank all of you all for liking, sharing, subscribing, recommending the channel to other people. Has been golden. So you really cannot underestimate how important that has been. So anyway, let me do that little sample of Tyler. Now I hope, sometimes when I do that, it starts to buffer. So I hope that doesn't happen. But here goes.
Yeah, it was a very difficult
out to her and said, come, you can live in my home.
Yeah, it was a very difficult time for them. And what I know about the two of them, and I wish the world knew how much they love these two people love each other. They found each other out of all these odds against them finding each other, they found each other. And the love that they have is really, really moving. And I just wanted to do anything I could to support them.
Isn't that funny? Sometimes when you meet someone, sometimes you can see like what love is and you can tell right away.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I don't have that, what she and Harry have, I don't want it. That's really amazing.
Wow. Yeah. That is incredible. Yeah. Wow, that's saying a lot.
It's true. Yeah.
Reached out to her and said, come, you can live in my home.
Yeah, it was a very difficult time for them. And what I know about the two of them, and I wish the world knew how much they love these two people love each other. They found each other out of all these odds against them finding each other, they found each other. And the love that they have is really, really moving. And I just wanted to do anything I could to support them.
Isn't that funny? Sometimes when you meet someone, sometimes you can see like what love is and you can tell right away.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I don't have that, what she and Harry have, I don't want it. That's really amazing.
Wow. Wow. That is incredible. Yeah. Wow. That's saying a lot.
It's true. Yeah.
Reached out to her and said, come, you can live in my home.
Yeah, it was a very difficult time for them. And what I know about the two of them, and I wish the world knew how much they love these two people love each other. They found each other.
Okay. I'm back. I didn't just put my clothes in the dryer. Oh man. I didn't just put my clothes in the dryer. I didn't. All right, so where was I? No, for real though. I did not just put my clothes in the dryer. I was sitting here the whole time. I did not run around there and put my clothes in the dryer. That did not happen. But yeah, that was beautiful of Tyler Perry, and he has been very, very supportive to them. And as you know, anybody who speaks up or speaks out for the Sussexes are instantly targeted by the British media. But it's really disgusting. And if nothing else happens, I long for the day that they will finally, you know, get theirs, the British media, and the Australian media, and those co-conspirators in the American media. I can't wait for the day. What they are doing to our mental health, what they are doing to our mental health is they are putting everybody at risk, and not just about the Sussexes. And as the Duchess of Sussex says, it's not just about me. It's me today, but it could be you tomorrow. And that's the whole point. Right now, they're going after her, but either for yourself or someone else that you may have love and affection for in any type of way, that'll be the next person. and then the next person. And so at some point, this has to be dealt with because they are truly, truly compromising the mental health of masses of people. As I've said so many times, I wanted to start this channel in 2021, 2020 rather, but I could not do it because mentally I wasn't available for it. We had the Orange Menace in the White House. Um, and of course, the pandemic had started, and there was just so many things going on that I could not, process enough to, do things. And so finally, after months and months of Netflix and all the other things, and looking at old vacation photos and long conversations and such, then it finally happened. But before that, it was like, it was all Tina and Michelle, and yeah, it was mostly Tina and Michelle, and then the occasional other things that we would see at that time. So um, yeah, they're really hurting masses of people, and it just doesn't seem to be any stop to it. Now, this young lady, now mind you, I'm not going to. I've already put the static sheet in the dryer and all that kind of stuff, so I don't need to do that. But this has been trending on Twitter. This is the young lady that was standing next to the woman, or I'm sorry, the 14-year-old girl that gave Meghan that very warm embrace. This is not that girl's mother. She's only 24 years old. And I think with those highlights in her hair, it was kind of confusing for people because she's taller and, she has a very mature look. But when you see her here, it's obvious that, being 10 years older than the other girl, obviously she's not her mother. But they don't even know each other. That's the whole point. They don't even know each other. Now, again, the sound quality is not going to be great, but I know some of you all are not on Twitter and such, and you may not have an opportunity to see it. And so we are going to do that right now. Let me find it. And it's two parts to it. So she made a TikTok video, I believe, or yeah, I think it's a TikTok video. So you got the screenshot here from the two videos. They were separated for whatever reason. Oh, hello, Charlotte. Bonjour. Bonjour, Charlotte. Yes, I know that William is an imbecile. That is true. We have established that. And anyway, apropos, is that French? Apropos? Apropos of your appearance today, let's do it. All right. Okay, so that's one of my favorite things. That is one of my faves. Okay, thank you so much, Charlotte, for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, now let me go ahead and play it again. The sound quality is not even nearly as great as the other one, so be prepared to adjust your sound. And here goes.
Hey guys, a lot of you might have seen the viral video that's going around at the moment that I posted of myself and the girl next to me having an interaction with Meghan. This video was really close up and personal, and the girl next to me did end up hugging Meghan, and a lot of fake stories have arisen from this video, and I'm just here to clear it all up, give some context behind the story, and do a little story time. So, I'm the girl in the denim jacket that is next to the girl that hugs Meghan. People have been asking who said what. I'm the girl who says, "Oh my goodness, you're so lovely, you're literally so beautiful." And then I go on to say, she's beautiful on the outside, just like she's on the inside, and it's nice to meet her. So now for context, I actually have lived in Windsor my whole life. I was out in Windsor that day with my dad, my brother, and my boyfriend. If you can see, that's me in the denim jacket, and the tall boy behind me and the one behind him is my brother and my boyfriend. So this might shock you all, but the girl who ended up hugging Meghan, I have never met in my life. I have no relationship with this girl. I'm not associated with her. We were purely next to each other by chance, just in the crowd, like we were total strangers. However, we did end up bonding over the fact that we were both really excited to see Meghan, because originally we didn't know she was going to be there. It was just William and Kate at first. So when they said Meghan and Harry were going to come, I think out of the people around us, we were the two that were the most excited about it. Okay, so here's where it gets crazy. I have seen videos, TikToks, articles saying that I'm this girl's mother, saying that Meghan's PR team paid me to be there. You know, I was planted in that spot, that I knew Meghan before from the Invictus Games, and they're putting my picture next to some ladies who I have no idea who she is, saying that I'm her, which is crazy to me because I'm 24 and this girl's 14. So, you know.
Okay, that was one video. Here's the other.
So kind to us, even though it was short, it was really sweet. And don't believe everything you read online, guys. There's so many fake stories. People try so hard to put her down and to sell fake things, and you just need to go off your own personal experiences to really make a judgment on someone. And if I'm honest, this experience.
Okay, that was it. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. I know the sound was not great, but it was the best that I could do on short notice. This just kind of came up early today, and I didn't have a chance to, compress it into something to sound better. But yeah, anyway, I'm glad that she's not distancing herself from let me see. God has placed each contributor in areas designed to use their, let me see, the combined in-depth reports keeps listeners informed and reduces mental calamities. Jeremy White, thank you for that. Thank you for that. And I agree with you. That's why I keep telling you guys to please make sure you support some of the other platforms, because especially the ones I mentioned the other day, they have been working so hard, and it's kind of too bad that some of the squaddies haven't found them yet. So I'm gonna put something on the community tab very soon. For those that we need to get their subscriptions up, because the more subscribers they have and the more you guys watch, the more, the algorithm will help them find you because of the additional views that they have. So I'm going to work on that. I got to put something together so it's easy for you guys to, because the ones I did the other day, it was like the titles of the channel was so small that they all looked like it was the same channel. So I'm going to fix that. But yeah, thank you so much, Geraldine White. And the larger the community is, the more we can project our voices and project the truth. So it's like when you go to a shopping mall and you have a J.C. Penney's at one end and a Sears at the other, Montgomery Ward in the other direction. Well, it's like one-stop shopping. So that way, people who want to hear more of the truth or share more of their opinions and the truth will be able to, just go and have various ways instead of just one location at a time. You have more places to pick and choose from, and maybe someone else's style of speech or presentation. Maybe you guys like the shorter videos rather than the longer videos, and you just want that little part of the information and not hear me saying, how much is that Duchess in the window. Then you'll have that option. So I think it's good for everybody. Thank you so much, Geraldine White. I appreciate the kind words on behalf of all the content creators. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me go here. Oh, and then this. Now, you guys, I'm not going to play this whole thing. So I put all three of these together so we could just get through them, but I'm not going to play the whole thing. but somebody, and it's hard to understand. I'll say that too. This guy, if he doesn't sound like he's from Glasgow, I don't know where he's from, but it sounds like he's from Glasgow. And but it's not how he sounds, it's what's in his heart that is what speaks volumes about him. So try to get past that, listen carefully. But yeah, he went there. By the way, thank you so much for the super sticker. Khalil Similane, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay, so let me do this. Remember, you guys, please be prepared to listen closely, adjust your sound. You know what? I always say I'm going to put these links in, and I usually don't. As soon as I get done, I go in the kitchen and almost snatch the door off the refrigerator. Like today, I didn't get a chance to eat breakfast. So and you know what? I am going to commit to doing a better job of sharing my links, or the links rather. Okay, so let me do this. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to stop it at a certain point because it's kind of long, but here goes.
5 in 5. Clive, your reaction to that news. Good morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do this. It's buffering a bit.
Morning.
Hi, Nick.
Hello, sir.
I think it's frankly hilarious.
What is hilarious about
down coronation?
Right.
But what's hilarious about it, in my opinion, and in the opinion of most of the people in Scotland, I would say, is the fact that we've still got a royal family in the year 2022.
Right.
Because we have no place in a modern civilized society where you're afforded massive. Let me
excuse
finish.
me, sir. Well, no, because you started by saying you speak for most of the people of Scotland. I need you to back that up somehow.
Yeah, well, I'm a working class Scotsman.
Right.
Everybody I know in Scotland.
Okay. So for everyone you know. Okay, now hold on, sir. So let's just clarify. You speak on behalf of most of the people you know, not most of Scotland. So on you go.
Yeah. The majority of people I know couldn't care less if the monarchy existed or didn't exist.
Okay.
I think the fact that we're talking about having a slimmed down monarchy, are we meant to be happy about this, Nick? You know, when people can't heat their houses, people are sending their kids to school hungry. You know.
I don't think you would be.
It makes my blood boil, Nick.
Okay.
When you hear people like yourself bullying Meghan Markle, that's what you're doing because she's a black woman or mixed race.
Wow. How did you get?
Sick, man.
How did you get from a conversation about a possible slim down coronation to your suggestion that I've been bullying Meghan Markle? How did you get to that?
Right-wing gammon media personalities have been bullying Meghan Markle since the word go. Look at it during the Queen's period of mourning. Every time she held Harry's hands, Jesus, man, it was unbelievable.
What did I say? Remind me. Excuse me. That's quite a serious. Can you tell me what I said every time?
Positive to say about her or Harry.
What did I say?
Nothing
Whatever. We're going off the point. Okay. So you don't want a royal family, clearly.
No.
What will you replace? Okay. Would you listen? What will you replace it with?
I'd replace it with an elected House of Lords.
An elected House of Lords? An
elected House of Lords. We don't need an elected head of state in 2022. We are quite capable of making our own decisions, the people in the UK. And
I would imagine you're probably not a fully signed up fan of Boris Johnson or Theresa May or David Cameron.
Okay, so it's about 8.5 minutes long, but you get it. The guy just clearly said, I know, right? Yes, Scotland's standing for Meghan. They see it. And it's just, I have to tell you guys, being an African American, our experience with Irish people here is very different from people of Irish descent in Ireland. The Irish in Ireland, they get the struggle because they've had that struggle with the British. But the second and third generation Irish in the United States, sometimes they can be a little insensitive to the experience of Black people. In other words, especially if you live in a major city, you'll find that you're most often interacting with second and third generation Irish in police forces. And just like a lot of immigrant groups, first they get here and they're very sympathetic to what Black people have been going through because they're going through it. But once they assimilate into the greater society, then all of a sudden, suddenly they can be just as racist as anybody else. Am I right or wrong? So that happens a lot. But as we found out when Harry gave his speech at the UN, I told you guys that was the first time I had ever heard about how supportive the Irish unions were to the anti-apartheid movement. I had never heard that before. So, if you guys are pining to go to Europe, you don't just have to go to England. Although, if you live in the US, it's usually one of the cheaper flights to get to London. But you can go and see a couple things and then get the heck out of there, get a rail pass like I did, and just go all over the places. So, but yeah, like I say, I just adore Scotland. I had always wanted to go there, and I was almost brought to tears when I stood in the middle of that bridge in Edinburgh and I looked around. I'm like, how in the world did I get here? I just thought it was great. So, but there are good and bad people everywhere, so we always have to remember that too. Let's see. Oh yeah, Joan Garcia. I appreciate you giving me the amen. But yeah, that has been my experience, is that when you go to some of these other places, you'll find you're just like, well, what happened to the people in the US? Do you guys know your ancestors are a nightmare in the US? But you go over there and it's just like, they're glad to see you in most cases, although you still have some people over there that might be kind of weird too. But let's see here. You're right, Baron. I visited Scotland and loved it. Can't wait to go back. I know I will. I will definitely go back. Scotland is beautiful. It could be a little foggy and rainy, just like other parts of the UK. And the weather tends to be a little cooler. And you know what was so weird to me is that the days seemed longer. It was like it took longer for sunset, I guess because you're north, and I don't know what it is, but it seems like that the days were longer, and that was interesting to me. But yeah, so 3 cheers for Scotland. All right, and so you guys, let me just and yes, I did go get some orange juice. Okay. So there's this. Queen Marguerite of Denmark, 82, tests positive for the pandemic, as I usually substitute the word, a day after attending the Queen's funeral, and rubbed shoulders with King Charles III at the reception of the century, rather. The Queen of Denmark, 82, has tested positive for the pandemic, attending Buckingham Palace reception, state funeral, and committal service. During the reception, she was pictured chatting closely with King Charles. She was also a guest at an event with her son, Crown Prince Frederick, earlier this week. I'm telling you guys, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, You remember, you guys, take a look. I pulled out some receipts. Fears for the Queen as Palace refuses to say if she has the pandemic after it's revealed she met with Prince Charles 2 days before he tested positive for the pandemic. Monarch 95 is being monitored but is not displaying symptoms. Charles! Oh, gosh. Hold on. Oh, Charles. Charles. Oh my goodness, my allergies. I mean, at this rate, we will have cleared all the royal houses of Europe, won't we? The Queen catches the pandemic at Windsor Castle outbreak. Monarch 95 tested positive after developing mild cold-like symptoms, but continues light duty just days after Charles and Camilla caught the pandemic. So let's go back and review. It went from this, where they came to visit, to this, there's a scare, to this. Right? And then, of course, take a look on the right side. Boy, I tell you, they have an answer for everything, don't they? Queen's pandemic example to us all. If you have a nurse in the next room and so on and so forth, um, remember? No, what was that thing that they used to have? They would have up a sign that would say, no dogs, no something, and no Irish. Remember that? They used to have that. And also, when the Italians came, same thing. No dogs, no something, whatever they would say, and no Italians. But for black people, there was no need for a sign because it was just implied. Y'all ain't supposed to be in here. I mean, just the way they look, it said, y'all ain't supposed to be in here. Black Queen, they didn't need a sign for us. It was implied. You ain't supposed to be in here. Why are you here? You ain't supposed to be in here. Let me see. Anastasia says I'm 5% African descent according to the DNA. Well, Anastasia, according to my DNA, I'm a little Irish, I'm a little Scottish, got some Mediterranean something in there. Mostly sub-Saharan African, but there's a little of the British Isles in me. We won't even try to figure out how that happened, but those DNA tests are quite interesting because it does tell the story of migrations before, the transatlantic slave trade, and then of course after the transatlantic slave trade. So deep down inside, we're all cousins in one degree or the other. So, but yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Oh, wait, since you told me, now I have to say, thank you so much for sharing that, my sister. There you go. My sister. Okay, let me see here. Okay. That's right, Charlotte. All of that. And yes, he's an imbecile. You're absolutely right. Okay. All right. Next. There we go. And then take a look at this. That's my diabolical laugh. Even though it is, not that much, but Queen Elizabeth II's funeral draws over 10 million US viewers. Just over 10 million US viewers. And isn't the Wall Street Journal a conservative newspaper? Is that a Murdoch paper? I don't recall. Wall Street Journal. I know they were bought out. They were always conservative. But is that the Wall Street Journal saying that only 10 million Americans watched the Queen's funeral? Didn't I just say that yesterday, that I don't think that it was that many viewers? And you know what? As I say in my very East London accent, do you know what? You know what? I forgot what I was going to say. What was I about to say? Do you know what? You know what? I forgot. Never mind. But yeah, Oh, I know what it was. I was saying yesterday that most people probably relied upon streaming. Okay, Myra V, I'll work on it. Rupert Murdoch. Let me see. Exactly. So if they say that it was only over 10 million viewers, then you know it was true. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I know. It came back to me. So Russell Brand, who I used to adore, Russell Brand seems to have been drinking the Kool-Aid lately. And so he had one upload where he was saying, oh, well, if you just take the politics out of it, the queen is this and the queen is that, the queen such and such and such and such and such. And she was just a girl and she pledged her life. And I'm like, so? All right. So Russell Brand, his next show, I think it was the next one, he said that the queen's funeral had the largest television audience in the world. And I'm just like, where is he getting this information from? Russell Brand said that it was the most watched anything in the world. I don't believe that. I just don't believe it. Let me see here. Karen says 28 million worldwide, 31 million for Diana. Karen, I think that 28 million may be a little bit of a stretch, but okay. But long as Diana's was more, that's all I care about. But and the world population has increased by what since Diana died? About 1 billion people. But be that as it may, I still don't think that the audience was that great. I just don't believe it. I think that most people throughout the day streamed portions of it, passing the time because it was everywhere. And even with it being everywhere, even in this age when you could stream stuff live, that only 28 million people viewed it. So, okay, maybe that is true. Maybe 28 is accurate. But seeing that we carry our televisions in our pocket, we carry our televisions in our briefcase, in our purses, in our uh, watches, it seems like more people would have, seen it. So very modest numbers. But you know what? It's not because they didn't try, because it was everywhere. And remember, when Princess Diana died 25 years ago, we didn't have the ability to just stream everything the way we do today. So very big difference. Thank you so much, Karen. Let me see. Josie says with a super chat, you are sure Liz didn't go become didn't go because of King? Let me say. Is that because or become of okay, I think it's because. Well, you know what? Josie, and also thank you so much for the super chat. That's the only reason why I pointed it out. I just wanted to put together a timeline that would tell the story of what happened before. Now, I think that she was already in bad shape, but I'm just saying that the dynamic duo has struck again with their, like I say, they will probably clear the houses of Europe by next summer. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much, Josie, for the super chat. And also, thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Wednesday to you. Okay, you guys, I am in the home stretch here. Let me see. That we talked about. And then, of course, take a look here. They set up multiple jumbotrons in the park areas so that the overflow crowds, the ones who just couldn't fit near the road to watch, would have a place to watch the Queen's funeral. If you notice, it's wide open. It is wide open. There's not a lot of crowd there. So, Oh, thank you so much, Basenta Bradford. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for that. I appreciate the prayer. Oh, thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. All right, so take a look here. Take a look here. Insist on not shaking hands with her, facing rude Brit Meghan Markle's emotional intelligence, resolved embarrassment. Well, if you take a look, there's the one who has decided to make a name for herself by turning her head away. Crystal Tucker seems to have the solution. Meanwhile, at the repast, I brought a pie for that lady in blue shirt that mistreated Meghan. Crystal Tucker has the answer. I don't know why I put the picture over there to the left side, but yeah, Crystal Tucker has the answer. Her answer is just bring a pie. I don't know what kind of pie. I'm not going to speculate on the type of pie that she's bringing. It may be a mini pie, or maybe it's not a mini pie, but you got to bring a pie in situations like that. Amen. Um. Okay. Well, what's that? Not as many people in London came out to her funeral as they did Diana's, and she didn't have as many flowers as Diana. Mary Davis, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. So remember yesterday, you guys, I said I was going to share some of those thumbnails that I thought was so funny, like this one right here. Exclusive new video. Now, why are they acting like the Queen witnessed somebody trying to run and grab the flag off her coffin? See how they have that thumbnail? Like, and I love the way they find the most pitiful looking picture where the Queen just looks like she's just so distraught. And then, of course, the other one where Charles is holding his head like thinking man, like Rodin's thinking man sculpture. He's holding his head in anguish. Fatal mistake. What? What? How come I knew that you would love that photo? How come? I thought about you when I yanked that one out. But yeah, exclusive new that's why I tell you, you can tell whoever makes these videos, English is not their first language. Oh, and Katy Perry said some nasty things about Meghan, didn't she? Did she or did she not? I think she did. So maybe that explains it. Yeah, I don't like Russell Brand anymore. He's not my favorite anymore. I mean, he wasn't a favorite, but I he has a knack for saying a lot, and it's all very intelligent, all the big words that you can fit into a space, but I just think that he plays it down the middle. I don't ever feel like I'm informed. I feel like I've heard him, but I just don't feel as informed. So uh I thank you, Mercedes Todd. I okay. Oh man. Let me see. Enough fuming. Charles chases Sussex back to US immediately. And then what is the other one? King Charles get angry. Watch failed attempt to open the coffin of Queen Elizabeth. Charles wasn't nowhere to be found. Okay, and then there's this, you guys. Poor Phil and Holly, they can't catch a break. They cannot catch a break. Phil and Holly have been in the hot seat. And the reason why they've been in the hot seat is because they jumped the queue. Now, you guys, I had an experience at the Tesco's right there in Piccadilly Circus. What the first time I went to London, I went to Tesco's. It was near the uh, what do you call it? The hostel where I stayed, right? And so Tesco's have lots of heat and eat food, all kind of really good stuff, right? Um, oh, uh-huh. Okay, okay. Thank you, Black Queen. So, when I went to Tesco's, I noticed that there were people here and people there. And so there was this very dapper, distinguished gentleman wearing a three-piece suit. And I said, "Excuse me, are you in line?" And he goes, "No, no, I'm not in line. This is the UK and I am queuing. And if this person goes forth, I shall go there. And and he was just being all full of himself. I come in there sounding all American. "Excuse me, you in line?" And he say, "No, this is the UK and I'm queuing." And so I was just like kind of caught off guard by that. And so I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. And I thought about it. I'm just like, wait a minute. I said, "Oh, the hell with it." And I just walked in front of him. I will never forget how he was being such a pompous, you know what. And I was just like trying to be polite. And I asked him, I said, "Are you, wait, I asked him, no, I'm sorry. I'm from America. I asked him, I say, I asked him, I say, excuse me, are you in line?" "No, no." "No, I'm not in line. This is the UK. I am queuing." You could tell he was very, very posh the way he sounded. But anyway, I just cut in front of him. So, speaking of cues, let's not stray too far. There's Phil and Holly. How many times have these two total hypocrites gone on witch hunts, attacked other people's morals, and said politicians and said, wait, and I think I cut off a word or something and said politicians are out of touch. Oh no, I didn't. Um, let me see. Time journalists and presenters also became accountable. We saw the Queen for those who couldn't go. That's bull. What bull? So apparently they were trying to say we went to go to see the Queen for people who couldn't go. Phil and Holly. Well, they got called out about it, and then people. Okay. And so people got in their feelings. So there on the left side, you see it. "Hello, everyone." We would like to clarify something. We asked Phil and Holly to be a part of a film for this Tuesday's program. They did not jump the queue, have VIP access or file past the Queen, Lion, and State, but instead were there in a professional capacity as part of the world's media to report on the event, right? And so that was the excuse from the morning show. But there has been this campaign, "Sack Holly and Phil and the people that let them queue jump the queue to see the Queen." This has been going on. And so, as you can see, Domino's got in on the fun by tweeting, "Apology to anyone waiting on their pizza. We just received an order from Holly and Phil this morning." That is that rather wry sense of British humor. So you could see some of the people have tweeted. Um, did they just say that no cameras were allowed in the Lying in State, but Holly and Phil and This Morning crew allowed? Not buying it. Holly and Phil are finished, and so is your show. So they said they were part of a film crew to be there for people who couldn't be there, but there were nobody else allowed to bring cameras. There was not supposed to be any camera phones. There were not supposed to be any other media. They had a special area set aside for a full court media. I'm sorry, for a shared media platform where everybody had access to the same film, like they would do any other big event. You know how you turn on the from channel to channel and they all seem to have the same camera angle? Well, that is why. And so they had a media pack there for everyone. So why would you say Phil and Holly were there to report with their cameras when they weren't allowed to bring cameras? That was such a stupid lie, if they were lying, allegedly, for the lawyers. Rubbish. I watched them file past. The world's media is outside. There is a coffin inside, lying in state, for F sakes, for F sakes. What were they doing inside? They were not reporters. They present the show. They abused their position and Q jumped. So bore off with this guff this morning, hashtag this morning, hashtag the queen. And then the last one, sorry, Phil and Holly, you did jump the queue. You used your press pass to access a place where others had queued for hours, and you got the experience of that moment. I mean, you got to experience that moment. Sorry, don't make it otherwise. Not even an apology. So that was that. Phil and Holly were caught out, and people want them gone. And then, of course, there's a little meme at the bottom. So quick, so simple, so Schofield. Daily Beast. Daily Mail quietly scrubs article about Trump's uncharacteristically thin crowd. Okay, this is not really for the sake of talking about Trump. Pedo just said yesterday, and I even showed you a couple of articles yesterday where they changed the wording of the articles, but they did not say updated. They did not throw in the fact that those articles had been updated. They just quietly and discreetly updated them, changed the wording, and didn't say anything. When usually they point out the fact that said item was updated. But this time they didn't bother to do that. They did not bother to do that. They just did it and didn't say anything. So I remembered that Pedo had spoke about that, and I'm just showing you a glaring example of the same thing where the Daily Mail decided that they did not like the wording, or likewise received a call from the palace. Like, for instance, here, I put my arm around my brother all our lives, I can't do it anymore. And then suddenly it changed to William to Harry, we need to be team players. They didn't say anything. They just changed it. And as Pedo pointed out, why is William in his dutiful uniform while the combat veteran is just in something that looks like he sells insurance? Interesting, isn't it? So let me see. Where's the other example of that? I had another one yesterday that pretty much shows the same thing, where without ceremony, without any excuse or whatever, they just changed the okay, so right here, I remembered this from the headline. Uncharacteristically thin crowd in Ohio as Trump prepares to take stage for rally in support of Senate candidate J.D. Vance. However, look at that. All of a sudden, this disappeared. And as you know, the Daily Mail is always very supportive of Trump. Even though they do report otherwise, they will report other stuff. They are usually very supportive. So again, this just demonstrates that what Petal said is very true. They will go and change the headline and say absolutely nothing about it. Is just done discreetly. And if anybody notices, they notice. If not, then they just pretend like it never happened. But that is a thing, and they have done that quite frequently. So I just wanted to share that for that reason. And then there's this. Meghan looks amazing. And then this other person says, bare arms at a funeral, not good. Only for someone else to have to point out to them she's American. She has the right to bear arms, which is exactly what she's done here. She has bared her arms. And so did that Wessex girl. She's bearing her arms. And then, of course, Beatrice or Eugenie, whichever one that is showing her legs, her knees rather, with that very high hemline at a funeral which was broadcast around the world that they think 1 billion people watched, right? And then, of course, Dan Wooten. I love this. Parody Liz Truss, of course, it's a fun account. Can't believe Prince Charles. Oh, wait. Can't believe Prince Charles' mates and staff are moaning about the crown. What was Netflix meant to do? Pretend he wasn't in a horrible, he wasn't a horrible husband to Princess Diana and treated a naive 20-year-old like dirt before cheating on her constantly and brazenly with Camilla. Okay, that is my worst Dan Wooten ever. I'm going to have to work on that. But isn't it amazing how Dan Wooten was trashing Prince Charles? And that's why this person is saying, can anyone help my friend Dan get this deleted from the internet? Dan Wooten has been known to go back and delete stuff, like with Carolyn Flack. So this is one of those things that I'm pretty sure that he would hope. Oh, sorry, I didn't give you guys any warning. So one of the squaddies sent me that photo at the top in the center, and I was meaning to do this for quite some time. I was meaning to do this for quite some time. I should have warned you. I forgot how jarring this looks, but I was meaning to do this for quite some time. As you know, Angela Levin has. Oh, never mind. I don't think I even need to explain, but yeah, I was just being shady. That is just pure shade. That was it. For the sake of shade, I just did that. And then there's right here, hair overly bronzed. I'm sorry, hair check, overly bronzed skin check, red lips check, chest exposed check. Okay, so this is what Meghan's mole had said about Meghan that evening. But if you take a look on the right, bronze skin, right? Lips red, chest overly exposed, and of course, hair in a very tight, controlled bun. So, number one, I don't think that the Duchess of Sussex has bronzed. They were in the sun in Germany. They were in that bright, blaring sun in Dusseldorf. So there's a reason why she has that lovely tan. But as for the other one, who, let's face it, hadn't been seen for 30 to 60 to 90 days at some point, 30, 60, 90, 30, 60, 90, that person is probably using a lot of bronzing, because she knew that the most attractive woman in the Windsor family, was coming to town, and she was trying to put on her A game. So she had her glam squad give her the full makeover. Yeah, give her the full makeover. Thank you so much, Josie, for the super chat. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. And of course, as I said, the Duchess of Sussex looked absolutely amazing after everything that she had been through, everything that had gone on that unfortunate, what was it, 17 days away from home. She came out of it being the most iconic symbol, upstaging the Queen, who supposedly was the most photographed woman in the world. She did upstage the Queen at her own funeral. And the reason why is because of the tabloid press. The tabloid press has so little respect for the Duchess of Sussex and so much love for the Queen that they managed to, you know, upstage the Queen with their hate for the Duchess of Sussex. That is what they did. As a result of that, it wasn't just a matter of what they did to Meghan, but it's also the way they undermined the Queen's moment. Even Harry's uniform became a thing. So Harry at some point was upstaging the Queen. And the British press did that. For the people who are supposed to love her so much and want to somehow elevate her memory for all the ages, they were the ones who took that away. They took that away. And so in the United States, magazines, television, and so on, what is the most iconic thing about the Queen's funeral? Well, for about 5 minutes, it was the crown and all the crown jewels and everything. But now it's this image. It's the image of this goddess-like figure, Meghan, giving you the most classic silhouette possible in that moment. This is what stole the show. Meghan was the moment. Meghan was the moment. Meghan is the moment. Meghan Markle named world's most influential royal, beating Kate Middleton and the Queen. One more time. Meghan Markle named most influential royal, beating Kate Middleton and the Queen. Kate, more bronze, more Groucho Marx eyebrows, just more everything. Oh, and get that diamond and pearl choker. That Kate Middleton, with all the effort, and you know she put in some effort. She probably spent hours trying to get just the right hat. To get just the right hat. And with all that effort, it was for nothing. Absolutely for nothing. It was for naught. Because at the end of the day, it did not trend. Kate didn't trend. It was Meghan that was able to trend. No pearl and diamond choker. No ridiculous hat. No what do you call it? Wickstead coat dress or whatever she had on. She didn't need any of that. She just gave you classic Meghan, and it just outshined everybody else. So let me see. We did that one. Oh, and this one. Oh, Felicia Hill. My God, Baron, I just came in and read the Nova poem, and truly, I tell you, it had me in tears. I could feel every word. Oh, Felicia, thanks for sharing that. Thanks for sharing that. And stop before you get me emotional because I got work to do. But thanks for sharing that. By you saying that, I'm just like I'm getting that like tingly feeling. But thank you for sharing that. That was very nice of you. Okay. let me. Oh yeah, so Carlos III, something a liar. Well, anyway, he didn't want to touch that black man that was in line, and basically Charles didn't want to touch the black man, and we all saw that video, I'm sure, where he seemed to shake hands with everybody, and then for whatever reason he looked the other way and did not want to seem to touch the person of color. So apparently he wasn't around the other day when I gave him the you know the instructions. Reach out and touch somebody black and make people think you're not like that. Touch a black person's hand and look less racist if you can. He wasn't around that day, so he don't know. But Charles, reach out and touch somebody black, and you'll look less racist like that. That's all. Take a little time out your busy day and touch a Negro along the way. Trump, Obama, Bush, and Clinton skipped D.C. memorial to the Queen, leaving Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, and Kevin McCarthy to honor Her Majesty at Washington National Cathedral. What happened? What happened? Now, I saw that. They said that that Trump wasn't invited. Obama, Bush, and Clinton were going to go to the Washington Cathedral. And they said, well, Trump will probably go there too. That's what they said. They said all of them were going to go to the Washington Cathedral. And what happened? None of them showed up. None of them. Maybe they were at home, not watching on television. Maybe they were at home, not watching on television. Maybe. So, anyway, the other day I shared this with you. Buckingham Palace released a final new portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. And you guys were like, is that real? No, it's not. That is the real photo. So I was supposed to share oh, no, I'm just kidding, but I forgot to put the I'm not kidding in there. So anyway, I'm kidding. That was not. So anyway, you guys, I am done. I think I may have creeped over onto the Duchess of Success. So let me see when she's on, and I will share the link because I didn't realize today was going to be so. Oh, Pedal's on. Pedal is on, and Duchess of Success is she's not on, is she? Let me see. Is she on? No, but I see Pedal's on, but Duchess of Success, let me see. Today is the 21st. Is she on or not? Oh, well, she's coming up at 3 p.m. Oh, she's supposed to be on right now. So I tell you what, guys, I'm getting out of here. She's coming on at 3 o'clock. I am going to because I think she may have pushed her time back. Oh, yeah, she's coming on right now. I am going to share the link for the Duchess of Success. And there you are. But also Facts and 2 Cents is on. So, oh, you guys are going to have to decide. Oh, I'm glad I don't have to. I mean, oh, I have to. I got to figure out which one I want to watch and who I want to watch later. Oh, Lord. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. Is Pedal on? Yeah, Pedal was on. Escape Shutter Island. And she's got the messy title, too. So, you guys, with the wisdom of Solomon, good luck, you guys. You Yes, Pedal is on, and so is Duchess of Success. Isn't this tough? Because I really want to watch both. Ooh, oh well. You guys, but you know what? This is the good thing. At least we have a what do you call it? An embarrassment of riches when it comes to representation for the Sussexes. So I know this seems kind of awkward, but at least we have choices today, right? Whereas some time ago, um, we didn't have that. So watch one now, watch the other later, but please support as much as you can. Multitask, listen, make dinner, listen in your car, whatever, so we can make sure that these channels are supported, because believe me, the waters seem to have been rough these past couple weeks, and we have to be prepared to fight for the Sussexes and for other like-minded individuals. Okay, thank you so much, you guys. Please go, 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 go. Don't stick around. Go and watch one or the other. Try to catch both at some point. And I am going to ginge avenge out of here. So let's see, the numbers are going down. Yes, you guys go watch some of those other channels. And thank you so much for being here. And I see there is one more super chat. Kate overdressed. The queen wasn't even gone down in the vault yet, and Kate pilfered her jewelry. Jocelyn Young, thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. But yes, you're right. Kate was already inside of that jewelry case. I mean, she was picking and choosing and picking and smiling and grinning and jazz handing and grabbing and grinning and oh. Let me see. Crack me up, love. Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm not going to do a long goodbye today. I'm going to just go no ginge revenge. Have a good day, y'all. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. I love you guys. I will see you next time. I know this is kind of awkward to just walk out like this, but I'm going to go. Thanks, Mod Squad. And I'm going to end broadcast. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for the donation. Sherry Ware's list. I'm not going to do that today either. So I'm going to go. Enjoy. See you guys.